around here. There's a bunch of crooks around here.
You ain't supposed to be in that jail, boy. Get out of there, man.
No, that's a total no, man. VAT come in.
Is my salary going up?
The Bahamian people got to wake up.
This is my 5 cents and I approve this message.
Another island-wide blackout leaves BEC customers heated. Scores of Haitian migrants apprehended off Marshall Road. This as the Haitian president arrives in the Bahamas. The COB Council's controversial presidential pick. Plus, police report yet another traffic fatality. We've got those stories and a whole lot more tonight. I'm Gwani Toot and NB12 starts now. Topping news tonight, thousands of irate New Providence residents had to deal with sweltering heat this morning and throughout the afternoon as the Bahamas Electricity Corporation worked to address another island-wide blackout. Radio stations went off-air temporarily. Frustrated business owners say they lost customers and traffic lights malfunctioned, prompting one resident to call BEC a total disgrace. Simone Davis reports.
Here we are now at the intersection of the East-West Highway and Robinson Road, where the traffic lights have just turned on. Now, before it was pure chaos as people were trying to get through without traffic lights. Many BEC customers are outraged at the reoccurring power outages at their homes and businesses. Some customers say they have had it with BEC and now prefer to rely on generators. BEC officials said the corporation experienced 2 engine failures at its Blue Hills power station around 7:30 this morning. NB12 understands that faulty cables caused the disruptions, which took out the electrical supply to about half the consumers on the island. BEC claimed it restored 99% of the supply by 11:15 a.m., but experienced additional outages throughout the day. BEC customers we spoke to, particularly given the island-wide outage earlier this month, were not amused.
I'm tired of this foolishness that's going on with BEC in this country right now. You know what it is now. It's been at least, 3 times in 1 week we've had power off in our area where I live in Dignity Gardens. I have a 1-year-old son. You know what it is to have to be sitting up all night between me and my wife just to fan the child and keep him cool? And then to make matters worse, they talking about they have to be cutting off power during this time for load sharing. How in the world they could be load sharing when the whole entire island shut off? Who they load sharing with? And then at the end of the day, you check your bill after the power's been off about 3-4 times for about 5 hours each night, and your bill is more than it usually is. That's a bunch of foolishness. And then added on top of it, they're going to be charging us VAT in a few months. And then they increasing the surplus. How are people supposed to live and how are people supposed to survive? That's ridiculous.
Golden Gates resident Tanya Cash is a housewife and mother of 7. She says BEC turned off her electricity for months, and she and her family were forced to live off a generator during that time. She said after BEC finally restored her power, she is now experiencing power outages, which she calls a disgrace.
BEC, over the years, has caused this family to be frustrated in a great way. Our electricity, after several months, just came on last week on Independence morning. Today, we've been off for about 5 hours this morning. And having a family of 7, it is unbearable. We've had it with BEC. BEC continues to frustrate this family. They continue to harass this family.
This BEC customer who didn't want his face shown said BEC is a major disappointment.
Fed up and pissed off. I mean, year after year after year, the same thing, nothing new, nothing different. I woke up this morning sweating bullets. I mean, I couldn't iron, my electricity was off, I had to come to work rough dry. My shaver wasn't working, I couldn't shave. This foolishness needs to stop.
BEC today apologized to the public. Meanwhile, many BEC customers in the eastern New Providence and along East Street South experienced outages into the evening. Reporting for NB12, I'm Simone Davis.
70 Haitian immigrants were apprehended today, and many others are still believed to be on the run after they made it to the southern shore of New Providence during the early morning hours. Defense Force and immigration officers combed through bushes in search of the illegal migrants. Kyle Walking reports.
Defense Force and immigration officers found themselves on a major search through bushes and beaches of southern New Providence this morning after a Haitian sloop landed, sending immigrants fleeing by the dozens. Helicopters and armed Defense Force and immigration officers were sent on a hunt this morning following the landing of a Haitian sloop near Galding Key, just off New Providence. According to immigration officials, many of them were seen in the Marshall Road area. Initially, 42 of them were caught, but with fears of so many more getting away, officers went on a massive hunt, which our news team tagged along. Now, our first stop was on a construction site where 2 men were standing around a wheelbarrow. That is, until the immigration bus arrived. One of the men broke off running, leaving only his t-shirt, while the other was left standing and taken by the officers. After about 5 minutes of looking through bushes for the man, the officers came back empty-handed. Now, our next stop was at a house through a dirt road deep in bushes, which officers described as having all the characteristics of a safe haven for immigrants. However, the man who claims to be the owner had some choice words for the officers and our news team before running everyone off his property.
Yo, you say what you doing in my place. If I occupy a place, it's my place. Come on, man, English language. If I in a place, I occupy it. Come over here. It's against the rules, man. You see? You ain't find nobody here. Why you got the camera on me?
During the search, there was another immigrant spotted who again fled when he saw the immigration bus. He hasn't been caught. However, officers decided to check everyone in a nearby yard escaped. Now, that's when a call came in that 3 more immigrants were captured and being held near the South Beach pool. Head of Immigration's Enforcement Unit Kirkland Neely says from when he got the call around 4:30 this morning, he knew they had their work cut out for them.
We were able to pick up so far 55. That's 39 male, 16 female. Defense Force were also able to spot the boat, so they were in the process of bringing the boat so that we could destroy the boat.
Neely says a few of the immigrants even tried to pull a fast one on the officers by saying they've been to the Bahamas several times.
Now, about 5 or 6 of the Haitian national could speak good English, and they claims that they were here 3 times already. Okay, so now we presuming that that they might assist these people in securing safety to land, right? Because it had to have been somebody who know the area well to drop them off and to go back out to sea.
At last count, Neely says they captured 70, most of whom are males. Now, all of this comes on the same day Haiti's President Michel Martelly is scheduled to arrive. Martelly was scheduled to hold a town meeting with his fellow countrymen tonight. However, our news team understands that was canceled out of fears there could be a huge backlash on the Haitian community. Martelly is scheduled to meet with Prime Minister Perry Christie tomorrow, just before the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding. Reporting for NB12, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
Residents in the Faith Avenue area near the Samilo Butler Highway are outraged over a shanty town that can now be seen from the busy highway. Upon government request, tractors cleared down the bushes last week, leaving the shanty towns in plain sight, a view residents say is an eyesore. The government has previously indicated its plans to rid New Providence of these communities, which are believed to be a breeding ground for diseases. However, with tractors inching closer and closer to what they call home, the people who live in these shanty towns say they are concerned as to where they will go. 68-year-old Sanfora Guillaume says she's been in the Bahamas for 41 years and has lived in her home since 2006. She says she has nowhere else to call home.
I don't happy because I don't have no money to pay place to live. That's all. I come this way. I build this. It don't feel good. It don't good because I'm laid on. Okay?
Meantime, mother of 2, Cleanna Luima, has lived in the shanty town for 3 years. The 33-year-old says the little money she makes has to go toward her work permit and national insurance. And if she has to leave, she wants her contributions back.
The way they act, they push tractor, clear the village. That show us we have to leave because tomorrow, it not be today, tomorrow, so that's gonna be sun. So I want them to help me get some in my national insurance money I don't mind, but the work permit, that's my work permit right there. It's gonna be expire November 11, 2014. So I don't mind that. Because if I don't work, I don't have job, I don't have nowhere to live.
Yeah, they come in there, they say the government want they clean yard. That's why they come in there, send people clean yard.
Are you happy about that?
Now, so I can't say I'm happy, because I can say so sometimes I go and I do some work, so not all them people working. So not all them can go in an apartment. So some get paper, some ain't get paper. If you ain't got money, so you ain't get nobody who could carry them, so you can't go in an apartment.
NB12 reached out to Environment Minister Kenra Dorset for comment, but we're told he spent the day in meetings. College of the Bahamas Council Chairman Alfred Sears has confirmed that the council has submitted the name of former COB President Dr. Rodney Smith to the government as its choice to fill the top post once again. In a detailed statement released to the college community and media, Sears said the action was taken after a long, transparent, competitive, and rigorous search process conducted by a council-appointed advisory search committee. Former council chairman Franklin Wilson said in an interview with the Nassau Guardian recently that it would be an error to reappoint Smith. The final decision must be made by the cabinet of the Bahamas. Smith resigned from COB in 2005 amid a plagiarism scandal. He said at the time the council forced him out. Amid the political firestorm surrounding Renward Wells and the letter of intent he signed with Stellar Waste to Energy, Minister of Financial Services and Investments Ryan Pinder says he does not believe the controversy will scare away future investors. Jasmine Bow reports.
Despite the issues surrounding the letter of intent, Pinder says he is confident it will not negatively influence investments in the Bahamas.
I don't think so. I don't think that there's anything that has created a reduced sense of confidence in the investment climate in the Bahamas, no.
The letter of intent that was signed by Parliamentary Secretary Renward Wells sparked a firestorm of controversy after it was revealed Wells exceeded his authority by signing the document. Last week, it was revealed that Wells was asked to step down from the post by Prime Minister Perry Christie, but Wells has not resigned and Christie has not fired him. And in another twist revealed in today's Nassau Guardian, a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Works, Colin Higgs, stated in a document prepared for the Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis that the document signed by Wells was more of an expression of interest than letter of intent and does not bind the government to the company's proposal. Pinder said he could not comment on the controversy as he had not seen the signed letter of intent.
It would be probably inappropriate for me to comment on it because I haven't even seen the document that is the subject of discussion. And like I had said before, without knowing the content of the document, it's very hard to judge one way or the other what is right, what is wrong, and what doesn't matter.
Pinder went on to say the current climate for investments in the Bahamas is at its peak. He says many foreign investors are looking at the Bahamas as a prime place to invest.
All of the surrounding areas to build investor confidence, the government's working hard to put in place. And I think you see that by the number of investment projects that have increased over the last 18 months or so. As economies worldwide still struggle to come out of the recession, we have seen a spike in investment climate in the Bahamas and investments here actually physically in the Bahamas. So we're very confident. We think we're doing the right things to keep it an attractive place to do business. We're building the surrounding mechanisms to create that confidence. And we're very receptive and understanding government in that regard.
Pinder says the Bahamas is attractive to investors for a number of reasons, including its location, laws, and current tax regime. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Brown.
When NB12 returns, police report another traffic death plus a serial rapist sentenced. Stay with us.